Hi everyone, my name's Anna. Welcome to card making project 611 using our gorgeous Anna Griffin supplies. Today we're going to make a card that, believe it or not, is really quick and easy. Little bit of preparation, but if you've got the prep done, then you know what, you could throw it together, really. I just think it's a beautiful card and something a little bit different. Everything I do use I should put in a detailed list on my blog, so please be sure to check it out. I always run through the items that we use, and today, because we're not using that many, I always think, where's the rest of them? But on my list here, including the bow, I've got 5 things. So we'll see if that works out. And I can automatically see it's 6 because we need the card base as well. But you know what, it's still not many items. Paper Tricks 2, one of my favourite collections to do so many different things with, to make your projects unique. Doing things to make you think outside the box, I enjoy that, and I hope we do that together. So we're using Paper Tricks 2. Mine is in a little bag just for the, the dies, so I don't lose them. We're using the embossing folder that says Paper Tricks Squares, and we're going to use this one here to make mini envelopes. So the die we're using is the square that matches to cut out the squares to make your mini envelopes. And what happens is, when you've cut the square out, and it puts the embossing lines in when you've embossed it as well, you actually put the tape on and you fold them over. Use your bone folder to make sure your creases are nice and sharp, and then we peel the tape away on the edges, or the flat glue or the wet glue, whatever you're using, and simply fold the 2 sides together, and then the bottom edge up. Again, use your bone folder there, press it down, and you've got yourself a mini diddy envelope. Now you're going to want 4 of these in different colours. We'll get to that when we get to the front. So that's basically how we make our envelope. We're going to be using a base card of a 6x6 square inch card, just in ivory. I'm going to use my bone folder to make sure I've got a nice neat score along the edge. I've already used my handmade by stamp and added my name, so the recipient will know who I am when I've given them the card. And we're going to decorate the inside first. I've cut out a piece of cardstock that's going to match for the envelopes on the front as a base layer. It's double-sided, not a waste because it's the pattern I wanted to use, so that's not wasteful if you need to use it. I've cut it to 5.8 inches by 5.8 inches, so it gives that nice neat edge around the base of the card where you've put the base layer in. I've now cut out 4 squares of cardstock, 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. I've got flat tape on the back of all of them, and I'm going to arrange them onto the layer just by eye. If you are particular, you could measure them up, but we're going for speed and time, so we're going by eye. Might be okay, might not, doesn't really matter. It's going to look lovely when we're finished anyway. So the third one's going in. These are just using double-sided tape on the back and kind of getting them, in the right place. It doesn't matter really where you put them. I've got a nice even gap between mine, and I'm hoping that they're roughly about right. Okay, so that's just 4 squares. They could be from the scrap, from your scrap pile. I've then got a piece of ivory cardstock that I've inked around the edge, and I've used peel paint. It was a distress ink, and it just tones in with everything else rather than just using a piece of plain ivory cardstock. You could edge it with cardstock, you could stamp it, you could do whatever you like, but I've just used the peel paint. I'm going to pop that over the middle of our squares, like so. So far so good, all we've done is add squares. Now we're going to add some stickers from our mini birthday stickers and sentiments collection from Anna. I'm simply going to peel the back of the balloons away, and I'm going to add them to one side of the card, like so. And then I've got one of the sentiments from the same collection. Again, I'm just going to peel the back away, and I'm going to add that just to the base of the balloons. That's the inside finished. How quick and easy was that? How beautiful was that? Don't worry that there's height on the stickers. It doesn't matter. There's height on the front as well, so, we're going for it with this one. So our base layer for the front, after we've used our bone folder to make sure that that edge is still sharp, is just a piece of double-sided cardstock, because I wanted this particular pattern for the base. Now, I could have been really frugal with this, and I haven't been. When I say you can be frugal, you can cut the middle of it out to ensure that you're not wasting all the cardstock. I haven't done on this occasion. I've left it because I really want a nice, even, smooth front. So, as much as it probably wouldn't be noticeable, I've left it as one. So next, and that layer was 5.8 by 5.8 inches to give it that nice border. So then I've cut a second layer, and this measures on my little trimmer. It goes to 5.5, which isn't actually 5.5, it's kind of 5.6, but it gives the edge, a nice layer. So this is this paper in reverse, with it being double-sided, so I know they're both going to match. I've used the peel paint ink just to ink around the edges, just to blend it a little bit for something different. And I've just used a corner punch and that's my own corner punch, just to round the edges a little bit. So on flat tape, and I'm just going to position it over the top. So you can see it's kind of like 0.1 inch smaller all the way around, just to give you that layered effect. So this is where our envelopes come in. We've made 4 mini envelopes out of whatever cardstock you want to use, and I'm going to position mine something like that. And I'm hoping this is going to work, because when I tried it and prepped it, I tucked the envelope tops under each of the others, and I want to see them, so I'm hoping I can make it work having the flaps showing. So that's my first envelope in my first corner. Each of them have been made so that you can tuck things in. So this is going to be the second envelope. Now this is based on a tutorial I did for some journaling we had. I did 31 days of journaling last year in January, if you want to check it out on my blog. And this was a page that I made, and it had more envelopes on, and it was just so beautiful. And I was thinking about the journaling, and I thought, why don't we have a card that's similar? And that's where this has come from. So that's my 4th envelope on the card. There we go. So you can see I've used 4 different kinds of cardstock. It doesn't matter which you use. as long as I would say they're double-sided, because you see both the front and the inside of the envelope. Now I'm going to start and I'm going to add some flowers. These are flowers that I've had left over from the Thankfulness card topper selection kit, and I am simply adding them to the card, and some of them I want to pop into the envelope and kind of have them coming out as if they're busting out of the envelope. But that's where your problem's going to be for closing, for getting the card in the envelope itself. So we're going to have it just on top, so it looks like it's popping out. So that will actually fold over, so it's giving you the look of being in the envelope. And we're going to take that flower a little bit further down, and then we're going to add one to the bottom envelope, again kind of making it look like it's in but it's out, if that makes sense. And then one more at the top, like so. And then we've taken one of the stickers from the mini birthday stickers and sentiment collection, and I'm going to add this just kind of over the flower but not, like that, and maybe press it down a little bit more so that that will close over. There we go. So I want to ensure they will close so you can get it in the envelope, but then spring up when it's taken out. And then the last thing I've got is a little bow that I'm going to add just underneath and on top of that flower there. And that, I'm tweaking it already. There we go. Happy with that now. And that is our card finished. So we've got our 4 little envelopes with our gorgeous flowers on them. So it makes it look as though they're falling out of the envelopes. We've got the inside that matches perfectly with the squares and just the ratio of everything and the colours. I keep forgetting to say this, stands up nicely. And it will go in a normal envelope because your envelopes will curl over when you pop it in, so that when it's taken out of the envelope, they will spring back up. Just such a beautiful card. I love the colouring as well. Just so pretty. So you could use any flowers, you could use any cardstock. I would say double-sided is the best for your envelopes because you want to see, you know, the different patterns inside, just something a little bit different. Please check the blog for extra photos of this project and, you know, the ingredient list. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed all the videos. Please give me the thumbs up if you do, and share with your crafty friends, your crafty groups, or on Facebook, wherever you spread the crafty love, basically. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is a good idea, or maybe you tweak it. What would you use? That'd be great to hear from you. So I would just like to say thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time.